In 1997, Forbes put the first 4 Russians on our world's billionaires list. These earliest oligarchs got rich during the chaotic privatization of the 1990s, acquiring state-owned assets for pennies on the dollar. After Vladimir Putin rose to power in 2000, he helped make a number of them richer and rewarded his closest cronies by turning them into billionaires. There are 83 Russians on this year's billionaire list. We consider 68 of them to be oligarchs. Another 18 oligarchs were billionaires before the war, but have lost too much money since the invasion of Ukraine to qualify for our ranking. The Russian stock market was shuttered for 17 days. It reopened on March 24th, initially with severe trading limits. The economy is cratering. Yachts, jets, and mansions have been frozen. Forbes estimates that these oligarchs, worth a collective $290 billion as of March 11th, have lost $240 billion, nearly half of their pre-war net worth since January. Welcome back to another episode of Boss Lux, the home of luxury and wealth. Subscribe to the channel and join us on our exploration of the most extraordinary opulence the world has to offer. Sanctioned in 2022. Roman Abramovich. Sanctions EU and UK. From penniless orphan to sports mogul to sanctioned outcast, Abramovich embodies the possibilities and pitfalls of Russian oligarchy. He hustled his way into business, catching a big break in 1995 when he partnered with auto oligarch Boris Berezovsky to take control of oil giant Sibneft at a big discount. When Berezovsky ran afoul of Putin in 2000, Abramovich snagged his mentor's shares on the cheap before cashing out at Gazprom for $13.1 billion in 2005. He was governor, reportedly at Putin's behest, of Russia's Far East Chukotka region from 2000 to 2008. In the West, he was known for living large, spending big on his beloved Chelsea Premier League soccer team, and giving more than $500 million to Jewish causes. He spent much of his time outside Russia and obtained passports from both Israel and Portugal. Abramovich, who facilitated early talks between Russia and Ukraine, was possibly poisoned while in Kyiv recently. At least 4 of his assets, including Chelsea, a Gulfstream G650 jet, and a 15-bedroom London mansion worth $140 million, have been frozen. His 2 yachts, worth $900 million, are docked out of reach in Turkey. Eugene Svidler. Sanctions, UK. Abramovich's best friend and business partner has lived in London for years. His unseized $109 million 370-foot yacht Le Grand Bleu was a gift from Abramovich. 2 of his jets were detained by the UK in March. Svidler isn't a Russian citizen. He was born in the Soviet Union and has British and US passports. Mikhail Fridman. Sanctions, EU and UK. A Ukraine native who grew up in Lviv, Fridman and his college buddies German Khan and Alexei Kuzmichev started commodities trader Alpha Eco in 1989. It grew into the Alpha Consortium and Alpha Bank. Thanks to Kremlin connections, one of his employees later served as Putin's chief political advisor. He acquired additional assets in telecom, banking, and oil. Fridman's properties in London, including the $100 million Victorian-era Athlone House estate, which has 5 acres of landscape gardens designed in the style of Versailles, have been frozen by the UK. German Khan. Sanctions, EU and UK. Khan, who has Israeli citizenship, helmed TNK BP, a joint venture with British oil firm BP, from 2000 until its sale to state-owned Rosneft in 2013. Khan's properties in Great Britain, including 2 apartments worth $35 million and a house in London's Belgravia neighborhood, have been frozen. Alexei Kuzmichev. Sanctions, EU and UK. Fridman's other longtime partner resigned from Luxembourg-based investment firm Letter One's board on March 7, along with Khan. His 2 yachts, La Petite Ours and La Petite Ours II, were frozen by French authorities in March. Pyotr Avin. Sanctions, EU and UK. Putin's former Minister of Foreign Economic Relations was president of Russia's largest privately held bank, Alfa Bank, from 1994 to 2011. 3 of his homes, including an 18-room estate in Surrey and a $4.4 million villa in Italy, have been seized or frozen. He and Fridman vowed to contest the EU sanctions. He stepped down from Letter One's board on March 3rd. Andrey Melnichenko. Sanctions, EU and UK. The son of a Soviet physicist, Melnichenko dropped out of college when the Soviet Union fell in 1991 to start a chain of currency exchange booths. 2 years later, he founded MDM Bank, which became one of Russia's most successful private banks. He later expanded into fertilizer and coal. His 2 yachts, including the world's largest sail-assisted yacht, Sea, have been frozen or deregistered by authorities in Italy and the Isle of Man. According to Forbes reporting, Melnichenko is not an oligarch because he built an independent fortune without ties to the Russian government under either Boris Yeltsin or Vladimir Putin. He's been included here because he's been sanctioned. In a statement, a spokesperson for Melnichenko called the EU sanctions absurd and nonsensical, adding that they will be disputed. Alexei Mordashov, sanctions EU and UK. Head of Russian steel giant Severstal, Mordashov bought his first factory on the cheap in 1992 at age 27 through Russia's voucher privatization. His yacht, Lady M, and a $115 million villa in northern Sardinia were both frozen by Italian police, but his other yacht, the 460-foot Nord, was last spotted in Vladivostok, Russia on April 7. He transferred ownership of key assets, including shares of leisure company TUI and mining outfit Nordgold, to his wife on the same day he was sanctioned by the EU. Mordashov told Forbes Russia he doesn't understand why he's been penalized. And with that, we've reached the end of this episode. If you enjoyed this one and found it helpful, remember to leave a like on this video and to subscribe to Boss Lux for even more amazing videos just like this one. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.